Peace to the gods and earth, it's the God-born Bill Universal, transmitting supreme science on earth and the universe. And it's iGod TV. And you know we got the Auggie and the Gigoid.
Auggie!
Yeah. You know, first and foremost, we want to start off the joint, man, and just spread love to everybody and thank everybody that's been tapping in, man. Keep sharing it with your people, man, and keep, you know, passing the truth around, man. And the togetherness that we're trying to bring to the game, you know, bring back to the game, you know what I mean, really, man. So with that being said, we want to get an announcement from the Auggie, man. First thing we're going to do is we're going to change the language, man. We're going to change, you know, the algorithm, you know what I mean, of how we treat each other and how we behave towards each other, man. So go ahead and give it to him, Auggie.
All right, hold up. First of all, peace to the born Bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I want to say this right now. We're walking through a wormhole right now. It's only 9 numbers in the game piece, but now when you get to 10, that means you're walking through the wormhole and then you starting with the knowledge again. So you know, now we're walking through the wormhole. I want to say everybody that's been rocking with us, mwah, that's all y'all niggas get. Y'all get a mwah. I know with the babies, whoever is fucking with the iGod, Auggie, and the iGod, the Auggie, the point, nigga, if you fuck around, if you are in reach of this vibration, I want to give supreme Auggies, you know what I'm saying? And see Auggie over here dying right now. Look at it. He's showing his, you all right?
No doubt.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, you know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying is, hey, to the old iGod family, to everybody that fuck with the track vision, nigga, we tracking their vision too. So guess what? We're gonna salute, and the special service announcement is, remember how, you know how people want it, they're scared of the N-word, and we ain't gonna use it.
Right.
See, we gonna supplant that with Auggie. So anytime you want to say the N-word, it's your Auggie. That Auggie did this, oh, Auggie. Yeah.
Right.
And guess what? Then your white, you know, your people that are not, excuse my language, because I want to label. I want to be inclusive, not exclusive.
Right. Non-melanated.
Yeah. Well, to our non-melanated brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that may not be as melanated as you, or from a whole different species of you, or, you know, whatever the case may be, we all Auggies. You know, it's big Auggies, little Auggies, bad Auggies, good Auggies. But when you want to say, Auggie, man, nigga, man, forget that Auggie. See, it sounds better than that N-word that is gonna get some people beat up, other people. Yeah, I mean, it's everybody can say the same thing now. We're Auggies.
Right.
Now, it's gonna take a different time.
Energy. It carries a different energy with it. You know?
Yes. And it carries a personal energy, because when a cat call you an Auggie in a wrong tone, you're still allowed to punch this nigga in his mouth. Ooh, excuse me, see? You're supposed to say, you're allowed to punch the Auggie in his mouth. Mm-hmm. See? Right. See? Right. It's all one. We gotta take one Auggie a day to take the N-word away. One Auggie a day to take the N-word away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just for the Auggie. But on iGod TV, since, you know, they monetize and, you know, and it ain't about that. But we finna change the whole structure of the language of how we speak versus they speak to us. So they gonna come at us like that until we Auggie them out. You know what I'm saying? We give them good Auggies. We give them supreme knowledge of dopeness. And then, you know, everybody gonna be, hey, 6 months, if the Auggies is with us, 6 months, you gonna know who an Auggie and who ain't.
Right.
Well, you started where you at, and we talking about the Auggies and the Gigoid. I say, hold on, I ain't y'all get y'all definition of the Gigoid yet, but guess what? It's like in school, back when we was babies, they taught you the ABCs, then they taught you how to form words, then they taught you how to spell words. Right. So they would give you the incantation. They told you how to put the vibration, ba, ra, ka. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then they told you how to put ba, baby. You know what I mean? They told you how to spell these things. You know what I'm saying? Now what we doing is we're gonna use a same alchemy, but now we're gonna throw the Auggie on the Gigoid. Ooh, you know what I mean? And you can throw your own Auggie. I'm not the supreme Auggie. I'm just a big Auggie. The supreme Auggie is the all that is and will be, that we are all agents of.
Facts.
You know, I'm just, hey, peace to, you know what I'm saying, the minister. Peace to all the messengers of Auggie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the Auggie that is Auggie.
That's a fact.
You know what I
You know
mean?
what I mean? So
That's all denominations.
It's about changing the whole energy of things. You know what I mean? And it's really about, like what we was just talking about earlier, man. You know, it's like recognizing, you know what I mean, the trauma inside. You know what I mean, and not just embracing it, but working through it and realizing it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, for people to be able to step forward. You know what I mean, and move forward, because it's like we was talking about earlier. You know, it's a different experience when growing old isn't the cause of death in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's people that don't even expect to be 21, 22, 18. Like, you know,
Sad.
their 18th birthday is a whole nother type of celebration. You know what I mean? Because they don't even expect to live that long. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people don't come from that environment, which is a good thing. That's not the environment you should be in, but you still got to be able to empathize and respect the fact that there's people that live in environments where, you know, it is kill or be killed, and people do die untimely deaths, man, for other things and for ridiculous reasons. You know what I mean? And that leaves people traumatized. You know, you be with somebody one day, the next day you never see them again. You know, or you with somebody every day for years, then they go do something and they die, you never see them again. You know what I mean? And men are told to just bury it and just move on. You know what I mean? And not knowing that just stays with you, and you know it turns into a poison inside you. You know.
Yo, Auggie, all I'm saying is you hit a great point, because everybody, I don't care how tough you is, your favorite MC, your favorite idol that you hold at the highest title, they just people like you. Now you just hold them in aspirations by their deeds and your aspirations to be like them. But they put their pants on the same way as you. They're as Auggie as you are. They're just publicly Auggie. You can be publicly Auggie. You just got to put the work in, or pay the dues that Augie's got to pay to get to the Gitcoin.
Right.
But at the same time, all I say is this, man. I gotta say this, man. The Born Bill, you know what I'm saying? The pupil of the iGod TV. I gotta say this, God. And then you can edit this out or not, but I think you're gonna keep this. And I want to say this to all the Auggieites. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I love y'all cats. Y'all gave me an opportunity to sit back and teach us how to be less emotional about how they trying to do us.
Right.
Forget the emotion. Let's just do the actions. Right. Now, they don't like the N-word. Now we have Auggie. Mm-hmm. No one should be, you can't be offended when an Auggie call you, oh, Auggie. I don't care what color the hue of the Auggie is. It's just Auggie now. Right. They ain't calling you nothing that's gonna make you traumatized back to my grandma was slaving. See, all that's false narrative. They got you in the past, so you don't see the future.
Right. Carry a lot of trauma with it. It carry a whole bunch of trauma with it.
Man, motherfuckers didn't fuck with Doc Brown and jumped in the DeLorean and it wasn't even 7.7 gigawatts. Right. They was at another computation, man. And for the cast to be like, he be talking big words. I just be trying to, that's how I speak. But I'm trying to not dumb it down, but I'm trying to bring it down, refine it to where, you know, everybody's palatable. That's why Auggie is the new Auggie. Mm-hmm. You know, right. You don't even have to curse. You can just yell Auggie. Mm-hmm. It's an emotional word, y'all. And it's for iGod TV. It's for us. And it's for the healing of everybody. Right. Because if a Muslim dude come and yell Auggie, and you know you Auggie, you're going to feel joy to know he got your language and you got his language, though he might speak a whole nother language and he might teach you that language, but y'all got Auggie in common. Y'all got Auggies in the gigoid. Just remember that. Hey, and thank you. Hey, Bill, thank you for this public service announcement.
You already know.
This right here is pivotal. This is gonna be And you know you got the game changers, right?
Right.
Auggie taking off his glasses for this one. Look,
Right.
yeah. Hey, the face of change. I took my shit off for a reason. Auggies in the gigoid. It's only 2 words we use. And if you don't know what we talking about, that means you in somebody else's business. Salute. I love y'all niggas. We finna, this is gonna be like, ooh, hey, put all the best, put your iron chefs and all your best dudes, right? To cater this party, to cater this universal party that we finna have. Cause it's all from the all. This ain't even from us, Aggies.
Right.
We just powered by the all. We saying this shit because this is vibrations that we have to say this to you. You know what I mean? We talk about this in our personal all the time. But no, we're sharing this with those who don't know us because we want you to get to know us and we fam. And when you see Auggie, you see Auggie in the gigoid, you yell Auggie. And they're gonna yell Auggie back. If they ain't Auggie, they don't know what Auggie is. Don't get mad at them. Teach them. Bring them in. Bring them in. Now it's bad and good and everything. It's the pit and the pendulum. So if you got bad Aggies, you get away from the bad Aggies. You embrace the good Aggies.
Exactly.
Don't be ultra, but don't be ultra, but be ultra magnetic. Be cool like Key. Yeah, be cool like my nigga Key, because I've been said G shit, nigga. And I'm never ego tripping.
Ever. Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I killed the ego. Because that dude, he's not Auggie. He is the dude who has the N-word. The ego has the N-word. Auggies is just rocking in there. We rocking in this space that's given to us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we all love each other until the vibrations clash. I mean, everybody has disagreements. But you can't have a disagreement based on you just walking up on a guy.
Right.
Or, I mean, that's weird. I don't know you, but I got a disagreement because you got a color on. But if you yell Auggie, there is no more gang violence. All the Aggies yell Auggie. And guess what? Now, all the rivals, if you know the code words, now, that's not my rival. That's my secret. He's just on the other side. And guess what? We're going to lock the devil down in the middle of the flank. Right. We're going to flank them. We're going to flank them, and then, and then they're gone.
Right.
But it's all Aggies. And then I ain't gonna lie. On this broadcast right here, everybody that's listening, I need a fucking Auggie.
Word.
If we don't get 100, we had it on our last broadcast. We had 100 people that was digging us. If I don't get 100 Aggies, y'all niggas just excuse me. See, I gotta inoculate y'all Aggies is just on some Auggie, which is some BS, or y'all ain't no correct gigoids. Y'all ain't no Auggie time, man. I mean, you can fake it, but it's only so long until the mask fall off.
Right.
See, this shit is real. You know what I mean? You yell Auggie, and the Auggie gonna yell Auggie if they Auggie. But guess what? We growing. I got TV, Track Vision. This is shameless plugs, but I'm letting you know this is right now where we putting the fruit and we putting the seed for the new Auggie. The babies. I got babies right now that when they see me, they yell Auggie. And guess what? It's all love. It's a love vibration.
Right.
My name ain't Auggie. I am Auggie. You are Auggie. I'm just the big Auggie. That, to let niggas know that they Auggie. It's cool to be Auggie.
Word.
It's cool to be Auggie. I'm Auggie. Hey, I'm an Auggie. You're an Auggie. She's an Auggie. He's an Auggie. Wouldn't you like to be an Auggie too?
Word.
I'm just saying.
You know what? And it's like, on some real stuff, man. We done. Where's any of this other stuff even really got us, man? You know what I mean? If you really look at it, man, people that's really been in it, people that's really done did it and really been in them moments, all we could ever think about was getting out of that, man. You know what I mean? It's the people, the people that's faking because they make it like it's so happy, like it's so You know what I mean? Like everything is just a blast every single day.
But, it's real. It's
That's
real
how
cool.
you know that it ain't somebody who actually
Hey, but God,
been in
like,
it, you know?
like what you saying, it's real cool to get shot at. It's real cool to sell drugs. And you know, they tell you about the money, but they don't tell you about the indictments. They don't tell you about the neighborhood snitches looking out their window. They don't tell you about, you know what I'm saying, the downside.
Best friends being murdered and shit.
Oh man, or you know, your best friend might want to slip you a Mickey because you're too smart for them. Or I'm talking about it's diabolical gigoids that, you know, the bad part of Auggies go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In people, it's only two ways you can go. It's the binary. All right, we're in the 21st century. Hey, look, I got my hands up. Don't shoot. I'm about to hit cats with the realest shit ever. I grew up when we was kids, they taught us how to code. Those who got on went further. They taught you the basics of everything that we doing right now that people was millionaires of. They taught us this stuff in grade school to junior high. It was just they were trying to see whose minds was going to gravitate to certain things. Right? So boom. Steve Jobs, all them dudes, they paid attention in coding class. I did too, but that just wasn't my thing because there was more other things to do. You know what I'm saying? And I took that class I took a class in college that before it was even animated videos like this.
Yeah.
My college professor had crack pipes raining on a nigga with an umbrella out the sky like it was rain. Video wise.
Yeah.
One of the illest stuff I ever seen. This was 89. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm just saying is, as technology is zooming at light speed, please to my nigga Buzz Lightyear, wherever he at light speed, you dig?
Word.
Motherfuckers ain't peeping that, nigga, either you in the seat as a spectator on the train, or you're a technician talking about what we got to navigate to get to here or there and the third. You know, either you watching this shit and you riding on the train, or you are a part of you are a part of the you might not be the conductor, well, you conductor of your train, but you might not be, you on somebody's train, bro. Unless you are independently Auggie, and you unless you think you're an island, which no person is an island.
Right.
But you have the resources and the means to be an island if you wish to be. And you just want to pull your tentacles out just to let, to help the other Auggies that, that you, hey man, real fact.
Right. And definitely if you on this train, we on our way to self-preservation and freedom.
Hey,
freedom, you know what I mean? Power,
freedom, justice, and equality.
That's what this is all about,
Freedom, justice, and equality. Right. Every time, every trip. I don't care what political doctrine you put behind what we said. If you rocking with us, we dealing with certain sciences that if you ain't with it, now you're a spectator. If you with it, it's food. Everything is food now. We must eat.
Right.
We must sustain ourselves. We must fortify ourselves. We must elevate, and don't worry about those who ain't with you, because guess what? They on something else. Let them be there. You with us, and we gonna hold each other up. Now, if you feel you ain't with a strong team, go where they love you. But guess what? When the smoke clear, and all the marauders, and all the battle cats, and all the and niggas, excuse me, and Aggies, all looking at each other, and like, what's the next phase? Either you gonna be there or you ain't.
Right.
And guess what? Salute to everybody that's there, because, hey, man, like I said, I'm over the hill by standards. You dig? But guess what? I bet you I look a young dude in the eye at the final battle, like, Big Auggie, how you get here? No, because I'm Big Auggie. You're here because you're Auggie also. So now let's form Auggie in the gigoid and get what we supposed to have. And whatever it is, whatever arena, you can cut and paste the arena you talking about. So I ain't talking about nothing specific. Everything is general. Everything I'm saying works with everything. It's like mathematics. It's only 8 principles. I mean 4 principles. Subtraction, division, which is the negative principles, addition and multiplication. Right. You can't do nothing with them 9 numbers other than that and them 4 principles. You can try to make up imaginary numbers, which is a part of geometry. I mean, geometry as well as higher sciences. But then what you are doing is basically alchemy from your mind to the physical, because 1 through 9 is physical, period.
Right.
I don't care what you want to say, and there is no number higher than 9 unless you walk through a wormhole and create a cipher, right, to walk through, and then you have knowledge again with a cipher behind it until you get to knowledge. You have a knowledge with a cipher behind it. It's a wormhole waiting for that knowledge to come in. Now you have 11, what we call 11. But it's only knowledge, which is only the wisdom of coming through the first, you know what I mean? Of coming through the first 1 through 9. Yep. Now you in the second part of 1 through 9. Now we can take that to a big, we can go through a billion wormholes. You're only dealing with 1 through 9 in a different degree.
Yep. Yeah. You got the knowledge degree and the wisdom degree.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna do a joint where, bro, I broke the code of the 0, Nick. I broke it, God. I broke it, Auggie. Yeah. I mean, I don't bring my guest on who helped me break it. We broke it together. Yeah. Oh, that's the guy. Hey.
Oh yeah, I'll be ready for that.
Oh, the God.
I'll be ready for that because I got a little something. I got a little something I've been working on.
Oh, we
that
already
same
know.
level of what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
You know, like, check this out. I'm gonna give all the
Auggies.
I'm gonna give all the Auggies out there a little jewel real quick.
Yeah. Whoa.
We're gonna break it down a little bit later on. But
you gotta do this good primer. Because I ain't gonna lie. I know you're finna drop high science.
Right.
High explosives. So give a disclaimer real quick. Right. Because you just dropped it a little bit. You ain't giving them all.
You know, I want to say,
run with that now.
Peace to the gods and earths, you know what I mean? And these is our views, you know, they're not being pressed on anyone or forced on anybody. These are just our views, you know what I mean?
Love y'all.
Anybody that's a part of that is for you, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So if we're looking at the supreme alphabet, right? We break down the letters into words. But what we don't do is break those words down into a sentence. Because if you break the supreme alphabet down, letter for letter, word for word, it becomes a secret code. And I'm gonna start y'all off with it and y'all can take it from there through your own study, because I made it all the way from A to Z. It took me a couple years, but I made it all the way from A to Z.
From a lot of big side.
But all I'm gonna say right here is this. A, B, C, D, E. For Allah or supreme being, for Allah to be or born, you have to see the divine equality.
Keep going, God. Keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep going, God.
To become one with Allah, to become that supreme being, you have to see the divine equality. That's the beginning of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E. Allah, be born, see divine equality. If you read that, instead of just saying the words, read it in a sentence. So it's telling you, the Father was telling you, for Allah to be or born, you have to see the divine equality.
In yourself.
Exactly.
Auggie.
And that's the ABCs.
All right. Hey, that's our first lesson. Hold up. Hey, yo, God. Whoa, hold up. I already know, but hold up.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother bill. It's a whole nother bill.
Right.
You gave him enough. You gave him enough right there.
Right.
That was beautiful. Because, hey, you forgot the G and the F, right? Because for you musicians, he just said the whole music scale. So, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, is the scale. It stops at the seventh letter. The gods is Auggie. That's the ultimate Auggie. That's the all. We the agents of the all, which is the ultimate Auggie.
Right.
We bringing the
then
Auggie
what's the
system.
FG? What's the FG?
Hey,
Freedom,
father,
culture, freedom and culture of the G, of the God. I'm sorry. Once you see the divine equality,
yeah.
You can experience the freedom of God.
And your culture is what? Your way of life.
Exactly.
So putting your way of life to your divine, to your A, B, C, D, E. We ain't go to FG yet. Now we're at the F.
Right.
Now you must father yourself to become the G, which
into
is the
freedom.
God.
Yes. Father yourself into freedom.
For freedom, we go to the Godhood in our own mind. But that's the ultimate Auggie. That's when you really Auggie. When you Auggie, you at the G. You know your frequency and note in the world, you G. And guess what? G can go from all octaves. From the lowest G to the highest G. What G is you? Is you a little KG or is you a big KG in 3 dimensions?
Right.
You know
now we're gonna let y'all do your own studies and do your own research to unlock the rest of the mysteries of the alphabet, because it actually goes all the way to Z. You know, because even if you look at the zigzag, even if you look at the zigzag zig, the Zorro slice, that's life. Yeah. That's life. You got the spiritual, and you got the physical.
Real quick, God.
Then you got the bridge in between the physical and the spiritual. That's the Z. The bridge between the physical and the spiritual is the zigzag zig.
Hey, yo, God. Yo, see the Auggie.
And it comes from what? To get to the zigzag zig, you got to have the X and the Y. The X is the question. The X is the denominator, and then the question.
I'm saying, is the unknown, then you answer the question, and then guess what you do? You run like Barry Sanders, dude, and then you get out, you zigzag zig, so you can be the illest dude that you're gonna be, and still keep your sanity, keep your freedom, keep everything that came before that. You ain't gotta lose nothing with the Supreme. You know what I'm saying? People say you gotta lose something to gain something. Yeah, you lose ignorance to gain knowledge. But you don't lose anything that's worth anything when you gain something that's worth the whole kit and caboodle, if you will.
That's a fact.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd rather lose the prettiest piece of shit than to have the ugliest piece of gold.
Man. And if you seeing the divine equality, you don't see a difference in anything. Everything is everything.
It is what it is.
That's the divine equality. That's the divine equality. You know what I mean? That's the divine equality.
Hey, guess what that is also? That's Auggie. That's ultimate Auggies. See, that's what I'm talking about. We the Auggies. And I don't mean to be coming up over you, because this is a subject that's dear to my heart, God.
Right.
And you know, our listeners, it's time for them. We all got to get personal. You know what I'm saying? We got a small followership right now. I think we were 100 people. So this is the perfect deal.
809, yeah.
Hey, we're the knowledge with 2 ciphers behind it. It's 2 wormholes cats got to walk through to even fuck with us right now. Excuse my language.
Right.
These were Auggie and the Gigoid. And profanity, what we gonna do is the babies, all the Auggies from young to old need to be able to argue with the Auggies. Because it's all a learning thing. And so, if one thing that hinder us is this profanity, then, we got to eliminate that.
Exactly.
And we got to supplant that with different words that they don't feel as profane. Right. See, but let's look at the word profane and profanity. See, profane is actually something that is good.
Right. As a pro in the beginning.
When you deal with the profane, you're dealing with extra Auggies. Profanity is dealing with extra Auggies on a consistent level. I'm using profanity. This is my my language, my vibration. But I'm saying profane things, but they say profanity is cursing. Well, all words you use are a spell. So
Right.
if you say I'm cursing someone, when I call you an MF, you feel me?
Right.
It could be in with the vibration you said. You could
Exactly.
be saying it in a good vibration, but see the profanity is of the words and how they put it together. If you say you're MF, think about what the MF is. That means that either you are an ancestral person or you are a procreation person. Because you ain't get here if ain't nobody F your M.
Word.
Well, your mom got F'd.
That's everything. That's
By
everything
your
out
M.
here.
By
Don't nothing exist without that feminine,
duality.
masculine collaboration. You know what I mean?
Cups up for the Auggies. Cups up for the Auggies. Hey, yo, son. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Since we've been doing this iGod TV, and I gotta say this on this is a PSA. So I know you gonna do you know what I'm saying, your DJ Auggie on it. You know what I mean? But I already know you gonna make this, what it's supposed to be.
Right.
But for real, God, you remember, we gonna get to gigoids later in the lessons. But me and you been on gigoids for 2 decades.
Facts.
The all-purpose now. Now that's the snippet for the Auggie. Don't worry about it. Don't get to misusing it because it's a powerful joint. We finna change the lexicon as well as the etymology and how we present to people. We're gonna be ourselves, but we just use different words.
Right.
See, this is a new profanity. This is profane. Auggies and gigoids is profane, but now it's not offensive profanity.
Right.
It's just profane words that if you with it, you know what we talking about. If you're not with it, then you probably gonna, go get a frankfurter, go to the hot dog. You know what I mean? I've been saying it. The stars is it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you done read the dictionary, the thesaurus ain't nothing to you because you know what all the words mean. So we just mixing and matching, dibbling and dabbling, showing cats the move in different. We walking through wormholes this year, God.
That's right.
All the gods on the earth, all the Auggies, babies to the old Auggies. Hey, we've been to change the course of history because we're gonna change the language. See, a racist is a person that can change your whole existence. See, you can never be a racist. Any Auggie that's looking at me, I know they be like, you're a racist because you're prejudiced to certain things. I don't like peas.
Right.
I ain't gonna get peas. I just don't fuck with peas. They're not to my palate. But at the same time, peas is cool. I eat them in, chicken pot pies, just sparingly. But that's how this racism thing is with people and their tolerance of people that are there and they look different.
Right.
You're no better than anyone else. And if you connect frequency with somebody, you can get the knowledge they got from what they got. And you'll be surprised what you learn from a person that you think don't know nothing.
Right. You know what? And that's what I want to say to the people too, man, that's out there listening and tapping in, man. Not only feel free to interact with us, man, and ask any questions or any type of topics you want us to try to touch on, anything like that, but tap in with some of the other subscribers, man, because we're obviously all on that same frequency and all on that same vibration, and that's how you begin to build a community together, you know what I mean, to be able to move in power, you know what I mean? Start to interacting and networking with the people that are on that same vibration as you,
Peace. Hey, and I'm gonna say this. I don't think nobody ever said this, Bill. And I don't know, hey, now we probably have to you had to edit this out or we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna talk behind the scenes. We're gonna talk behind the scenes because I might be getting, too ahead of myself or bigger than my britches, as my grandma would say. But I want to say this on the real. What we doing is general science, man. Everything that a person does is personal. You know, you ain't got to apply nothing we talking about if it don't personally apply to you. So I welcome the trolls. I want the trolls to dispute what I'm saying, but you better have right and exact knowledge. Your opinion is like an asshole. Excuse my language, but everybody got one, and most of them stink unless it's yours. You ever smell your own fart? You might be like, ooh, that's stinky. But the next thing I forget is repugnant and they might earl. You can take what you're saying, but the next person, it might be stinky, but they be like, oh, damn. But at least they ain't earling on your shoe because you're full of shit. You're full of Auggies, bad Auggies. But all I'm saying is, I want the trolls to come at Alaric Auggie. Come at Auggie. Hey, all I'm saying is this. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I may be disappointed, but that's all you're going to get from me. Because emotions is for females and please have them. But for our male Aggies, all that. I know I grew up with my moms. I did too. My grandma, hey, but I'm just saying, as a person who is a testosterone-based person, and I'm not, my hands up, don't shoot. But I'm just saying, on the real stuff, bring it on. Mm-hmm. Because at iGuard TV, we show and prove. We got receipts. That's the new shit, right? Receipts.
Right.
We got receipts. We got documents. We got paper trails that date back to before your favorite nigga who got, your favorite Auggie. They got you on that shit, that Auggie. We can, and we said, hey, we ain't perfect, but we research. You know what I mean? So please, and then direct all trolls to the Auggie. I got y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna convert y'all to Aggies. Y'all
like he said, you better come right and exact. Or don't even come with it, because he said, we coming with full receipts. And you know what? We ain't even here for that. But if there ever is any dispute, it can get settled out like men and masters, you know what I mean? Mentally and verbally, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, because our platform is really, we just
bring your discourse. If you can prove it wrong, bring your discourse. We not getting on none of that.
It's general. We ain't talking to our person. It's general. This is what's going on.
Like
How do you feel about it?
We learn just like we teach. We not one of them. We not them type of dudes that have the inability to learn. Obviously, that's all we do is learn. That's why we can come at y'all like this,
And then stated such a bold claim is, we love the trolls. You will not get blocked. Hey, you're gonna be a part of Augie's army. I want you. You know what I'm saying? If you got something, you got questions, we want you. Those that don't got questions is already on board. Those that do have questions, you on the Great Space Coaster, baby. Bro, you got first class too. We love you too. You just don't understand what you trying to, go against. Mm-hmm. Now, if we get you to the understanding, then you may feel the same way or you may feel different. But at least you got to understand it. You're allowed to feel how you want to. But all I'm saying is, when you come swinging your swords, make sure they're dull. Because mine, I'm going to hit you with the dull shit. And you're going to be like, why? It wasn't even sharp. I felt all that. Yeah, you felt it because I wanted you to feel it. I got the sharp sword over here that I'll cut your fucking head off and you won't even feel it. You'll still be a brain talking like, and guess what? You only got 10 seconds until the brain, after the spinal cord, all the electrical functions cease to, they cease to eye.
Right.
So, you'll be talking your last breath, and then your light's gonna go out. Like, what happened? You was dead 10 seconds ago. You just got last words. You gave your own last rites. But we love the Aggies. We were not into discourse with anybody, but if you rocking with us, rock the jersey. We're gonna put it in the rafter for you.
Right.
Well, like the Kareem. Hey, we love everybody that's listening to us. We want to be us forever. Well, ain't no forever, but we gotta pass it down to the young Aggies. Mm-hmm. And when this ain't gonna stop. The digital age ain't gonna stop, so how can we stop?
Right.
And I'm long-winded, Auggie. You sent me on tour. Now I gotta explain to the Aggies. See, Auggie sent me on tour. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I got off my regular mundane joint, right? Thursday night, I got with an Auggie that taught me like some shit, got me on some ill energies. So that I took that all the way down, what's today? Friday, Saturday. I'm just saying, I've been rocking. I don't even know what day it is, but I'm back with that. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
so much positive Aggies. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm thinking I gotta go to work tomorrow for the regular mundane joint. But man, I had an extra day of Aggies. There's so much information I've been given and receiving and transmitting. And
Yeah,
it's like
man.
Johnny Mnemonic. You gotta
Right.
process that stuff. You gotta, and then now you gotta input more. They after us. Aggies, they after us, God.
Right. Right.
You know, I mean, my bad, man. And this is
That's
like,
why we here. That's why
it's,
we here. That's why, like you said earlier,
it's not our usual interview.
we letting people in on conversations that we've always had. So it's like the main reason why we're doing that, why we're broadcasting these conversations is because it's time. You know what I mean? It's time for us to unify and come together of like-minded, you know what I mean, and start moving as a unit. You know what I mean? We all been moving separated. The Big Bang already happened, separated us all, and we was all out here creating the universe. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Now it's time to return to the source and move and rebuild. You know?
What? Hey, Born Bill, did you say rebuild?
Facts.
See they ain't understanding this. See, everybody is saying things because he is the Born Bill Universal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm just Supreme Auggie. I mean, hey. But guess what? Everybody is the same as us. We need our team, man. Without our team, we just splinter cells, waiting to get picked off by them. Mm-hmm. Whoever them is to you, they ain't us. They're not us.
Right. Bottom line.
Hey, in the words of one of our favorite groups ever, Onyx, and their second, when I say classic, we all we got.
Right.
And if we ain't got us, I ain't gonna lie, man. In my regular life, I cut the head off of snakes. I let you wear your mask until it fall off. And when it fall off, I'm gonna be arguing with you, but guess what? It's principles. What man said, it's principalities as well as ramifications for your ways and actions and anything you do. So with that being said, you run around the Aggies acting, you trying to fake Auggie, but then niggas say you ain't Auggie. Guess what? Auggie see you ain't Auggie. Guess what you gonna get? The gigoids. I mean, and why you gonna be mad? Because you ain't fool who you thought you was fooling. This is anybody out there living that fantasy stuff, being me the realest person you can be. People love you for you. Only reason why I'm on this, I gotta say this, God. Only reason why I'm on this platform is this man right here, the Born Bill Universal, pulled me out the motherfucking sarcophagus. Like a mad fucking mummy, and said, yo, God, it's time. You was telling me this 30 years ago, but the fruit, it's right now.
Right, exactly.
It's right now. They're ready for you. And guess what? I'm you. I'm here for the Aggies. I'm here for the Nick Track Vision. I just need an Auggie. I'll tell you like this. If by the time we finish this, we got 100 subscribers, but we ain't got 200 Aggies, somebody faking the phone. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't browbeating Aggies, but I need an Aggie for every Aggie that feel they Aggie. If I can't get one Aggie for every Aggie that feel they Aggie, then the mask will fall off.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribing too. You know, a lot of people, they tap in and watch. They don't necessarily subscribe,
cool.
Just whatever, but you know
that's
what
cool,
I mean?
Man.
Make sure you
Be
tap
looky
in,
loo.
hit that subscribe. You know what I mean? Keep the message going around. Hit that like button. Get us in the algorithms. You know what I mean? So we can keep this thing moving. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna keep recording. We're self-funded, so we ain't funded by no governments, no third parties, no none of that. So
no third party Aggies.
Ain't nobody stopping it. So y'all just
we
keep
have
sharing
no
and passing it around. Keep the network going.
Hey, we have no mask. No mask for the mask. No mask, and for my Spanish people, no more. But no mask for the mask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm snatching masks off, cat, for 2023, and I'm starting 2022. And Auggie, nigga. I said it, Auggie. Auggie. I wanted to say Auggie N-word, but Auggie. Auggie to the Auggies. But guess what? Hey, you are now privy to this great Space Coast, and I love y'all for being here. And hey, yo, peace. First of all, peace to the pilot. You know what I'm saying? Which is my man. Is it Gazellies you got on? You got the old Gazellies on?
You got the gazelles?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to tell the Auggie, this guy's eyewear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought I was like, Scott Summers. You know what I mean? Slash Boosie Liberace with my eyewear shit. I mean, Elton John, excuse me. But my man, every time I come with some fly shit, he always got to come. And I don't be saying nothing because I ain't never, it's my brother. I'm like, okay, I can step my shit up. Every time I come, he must be a peep. He's like, all right, let me go step above this nigga's eyewear. I was like, okay, all right, now you gonna have me go into Fred Sanford drawer and just start bringing out, hey, you know what? For 2023, hold me to this. I'm gonna have a different set of eyewear on. No, I gotta combat this guy. You know what I mean? He one of them guys that, he just want to flip his joints on. You know what I mean? Y'all fly all Auggie with his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like Mr. Magoo for real. This ain't for show. This is for, but I like to keep it fly. But you ain't gonna just be rocking sunglasses on me. And I gotta get medicine in my shit, son. I gotta get medicine in my shit, son.
Right.
You bug it out.
This when I be in full professor mode,
Nigga, them shits is super hard. I want to exhibit one of the four devils, but it ain't in me. I want to.
Wow.
If I was human, I'd be like, nigga, I envy them. I can't put these words out my mouth, son. Because I love my brother. And my Auggie is Auggie. I just gotta step my Auggie up. The glasses, hey, your eyewear is top notch, son. You get an Auggie and a straightforward gigoid.
Shout out. Salute,
hey, let's get it. Can I get a clap for that one? Can I get some sound effects for that one? My niggas Okay. Hey, now back to business. It ain't all about, it ain't all about, you know what I mean? We ain't no preachers up here, bro. You know what I mean?
Not only do we do this, you know what I mean, and we come together and do the show and do all that, man. We definitely, dear friends and all that, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's all there on every level, you know what I mean? So y'all ain't just getting two dudes coming on here just talking and chopping it up, man. This is a friendship that's been around forever, and this type of information been passed back and forth between us forever, you know what I mean? And now we're going to let the world in, even if it means just leaving it behind for the Auggies to tap into later, you know what I mean? And catch up to the wisdom that's been left behind. Whatever it means at the end of the day, we here for it on iGod TV, and we're going to leave the facts. We're going to leave the artifacts under the sand. You know what I mean? Y'all got to just subscribe and dig them up.
Hey, and guess what the hieroglyphics is? Auggie. If you can decipher the Auggies from the gigoid, then you already know what is being said.
Then you there, right?
Hey, I'm gonna give everybody a big Auggie for that one.
That's a fact.
Auggie. Hey, and to my young cats, hey, I'm telling you, it's a rhythm to that Auggie. Tap in, baby. Tap in. We done knew everything that they wasn't.
That's
you know what I mean?
Using words and vibrations, you know what I mean? Using refined words and vibrations,
Oh, hold up. But what is refinement? Is that the fifth degree? Power refinement?
Right.
So we're gonna distill things to the purest form. So you take it in the capsule. You eat it and then digest it and make it your Auggie.
Exactly.
See, my Auggie might not be your Auggie, but we Auggie together everywhere we go.
And if you look at if you look at power refinement and you look at the number 5, you look at the 5 and you see the 5 comes from the serpent. The serpent was the energy flow, the wave of energy.
Talk to me.
The electrical wave of energy. So if you're looking at power refinement being the 5 or the phi or the serpent, it is refined power, which is electricity.
Hey,
that's to the gods.
Yeah.
If you look at the phi, Wi-Fi, hi-fi, high phonics, whatever they want to call it, the phi is the wave, the 5, you know. Or if you look at the Fibonacci numbers, everything is in phi, you know, that swirl, you know what I mean? And if you look at that spiral that they talk about, that spiral is connected to our universe. We live in a spiral universe, okay? We all know that every universe has a different form or different geometry, okay? The Milky Way galaxy, the universe that we live under, is a spiral galaxy, okay? That's how we know that the earth is round. That's how we know that everything spins, because the universe and this galaxy itself spins. You get what I'm saying? That's why everything comes back around and is reborn and rejuvenated, rebirth. You want to see immortality? Go look at the grass outside in your front yard. If you live in a city where you have actual yards, all right, you're gonna cut that grass forever. After you die, your children are gonna be cutting that same grass. You get what I'm saying? That's immortality. That's rejuvenation. That's why Osiris is green. That's why Osiris is resurrection, because that green is forever. You get what I'm saying? If you look at the Wizard of Oz, they took Dorothy to the Emerald City. Get what I'm saying? To see the green one. That's Osiris. Or they say Yoda in Star Wars. It's all the same person. These supreme beings are all the same, and they're eternal. That's why they're green. You get what I'm saying? Now, if we're dealing with ourselves on the physical level, you know what I mean? We use the word Allah a lot, but in our science, Allah is the arm, leg, arm, head. That's the being. Everything here has an arm, leg, arm, and a head. Even a fish would have flippers, arms. Everything, every being on that level is Allah. Get what I'm saying? So for Allah to be reborn, you got to see the divine equality. You have to realize that there's no separation between you or anything in this universe, because we all come from the same things, atoms to atom. Atoms are atom. You get what I'm saying? And when you're doing the science like that and you're breaking down the wisdom on those levels, you see that everything is everything. Every story is the same story. It's just different perceptions and accounts and time. Get what I'm saying? So we might come and break down something that was written in the Bible or something that was written in the Quran. We might break down some verses or some surahs, but it ain't no disrespect. All we do is come in and give you a text older than that text to show you the similarity, and you can bring both of them together and maybe find some the divine equality in between those. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't even about taking out other it ain't even about taking out other belief systems, or you know, the way people operate or whatever. You know, whatever you believe in, if it's making you a good person and it's taking care of your family and you treating people with equality, so be it. It ain't about that. All we come with is an older text in comparison to the text you have now, to show you the similarities and showing you how the connection has always been there from the beginning of time. It's the same connection. It's the same story. It's the same truth on every level. All right. Just in a more ancient setting and mind state, and more of a universal connection than we may have now. You get what I'm saying? So if you might talk about a savior, like we got the Easter holiday coming around. You get what I'm saying? Well, to us, Osiris is the resurrection. Osiris is the green one. Like I said, plants, they rejuvenate, they're immortal. Grass, you get what I'm saying? That's why Osiris was green. You get what I'm saying? But that is our resurrection. But to you, it might be the Christ, in that story, but it's all still about the resurrection of self and the rebirth and the constant rebuilding of yourself every single day. You know, it's a resurrection. It's a resurrection every day.
Hey, yo, God, I ain't gonna lie. I
And
just popped back in. Can I put it back to what we just saying?
well, hold on. Let me finish this real quick. I want to give them something about Easter real quick.
Oh, hey, hold up. I was about to throw the Auggies in for the simplified. Hey, the big Auggie. Hey, bro, everything you just. Oh, my bad. Edit this. But hey, let me put this in because what you said, I was gonna put it in Auggie language, and I was gonna say exactly what you said with Auggies in it, and they was going to understand it. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's showing them how if you know the context of the conversation, all you gotta say is Auggies. Now, when you giving a lesson, right? You giving the I mean, you gonna edit this anyway, but I'm just saying you giving the schematics of it, right?
Right.
For those that don't know, Auggie is now layman's term. Auggie is now layman's term because now it means what you want it to mean, but it means what it just said.
Right.
But and I apologize, man. You had me in the moment because you was rocking with it. And please continue.
Nah, it's all good. Shit, it's all good.
Nah, man, because you said we get with the Easter coming up, because I want to talk about that too. Esther, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all that, you know, the Fugazi. I mean,
well, see, look, if you look at it, first of all, these was even excuse me. If you look at it in the real history and you look at the real facts of it, we all know about Easter Island and Esther, but Esther, Ishtar, that's Isis, that's Aset. It's the same exact person. This is the nurturer. This is the fertility god. This is your mama. Your first god, the very first god on the planet Earth was your mother. Okay? The very first hieroglyphic.
It still is.
The very first hieroglyphic for God was a woman. It was your mama, and she was breastfeeding a child. That's Horus and Isis. All right? So when we look at Easter, when we look at Esther, when we look at all this fertility, all we talking about is the wisdom of Aset, the nurturing, the rebirth, and the preservation of what? Human beings.
Facts.
Why do you think you get Easter eggs? Because we all come from that womb.
Hey, your God.
The eggs is
I'm
the
gonna
womb.
cut you off. Take
Right,
that part right back. Take that part right back. You know, because I just seen me on camera. I wasn't, you know, that's why I put the head in. Because you were saying some pivotal shit, and I was on some silly shit. But I was, you know, but you were saying some shit that I thought we was in our conversation. You feel me?
Yeah.
So go back from when you started explaining Easter. I mean, you got to edit this, bro.
All right,
I want what you were saying because it's very important.
All right. What was I saying? All right. But why do you eggs? Everything comes from the womb. That's why we get Easter eggs. Why they in the basket? They in the basket because that's the womb. That's inside your mother's stomach. That's the bread basket. All right. Get what I'm saying? Why we got the Easter bunny, one of the most fertile beings in the forest. It's all symbolism to fertility. You get what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. They want to tell you it's trick knowledge. It ain't trick knowledge. It's just been twisted to where you don't understand the mystery.
Oh shit.
Get what I'm saying? All these holidays and holy days that they talk about are actual festivals that were thrown by the ancients. Easter, Christmas, Halloween, all these things that they tell you are false and ignorant are actual festivals. All right. They tell you don't celebrate Halloween. They tell you we don't deal with Halloween. It's spooky and it's weird. But then you go down to South America and things like that. And then you see the Day of the Dead, where they're all wearing skulls and painted representing the ones that died. Those are the people we learn from. Halloween is the time when you show the respect to the ones that been here, that we learn from their mistakes and from their triumphs. You get what I'm saying? Every holy day or whatever they talk about all originated as an original festival that the natives would celebrate for certain things and certain happenings on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So if you choose to not participate in any of these events and festivals, that's fine. I'm just here to give you the facts of what the festivals are really about and what they really mean. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if you look at the Christmas tree, when you look at the Christmas tree, it represents what? You're using the evergreen. So that's everlasting life. An evergreen tree, a pine tree, it don't die. Okay? So what do you think they have? Why wouldn't it be the symbol for Christmas and life? And the gifts and the lights are your neurons, your nervous system. Your central nervous system are the lights on the tree of life. And the gifts at the bottom is the fruit and from your labor. You get what I'm saying? So I choose to have a Christmas tree in my house. All right, because I know what it really is. So people can say, oh, why would you celebrate that? Why would you have that? Why would you do this? Because you don't even know what none of this is really even about. You don't tap in far back enough.
Right. Talk that.
You go right back 3,000 years ago or 6,000 years ago, and you leave it right there. Like that's when Augies first existed. Nah, no, we over 777 billion years old. If you look at DNA, all right? DNA is in everything. Atoms are atom, all right? It's in everybody. Atoms are in everybody. You know what? Atoms are over 777 billion years old. So are you. Because just like the Auggie told you earlier, what? Everything on this planet has to be what? Born. You can't exist out here without being born. And that's if you a plant, a flower, a goat, a cow, a moose, a bear, a human being, or anything. If you're gonna have to exist here, you have to be born. And that's flat out.
Auggie. Yo, Auggie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting over here in the state of Auggie, like, you know what I mean? My mind blown, and I know the Augie's mind is blown, but we gotta bring that shit back. You know what I mean? Back to our head, hey, man. Just gonna hit you with the shot.
They're gonna have to just soak that up and watch the video again. If you missed it, watch it again.
Auggie.
You know, if you missed it, watch it again. You know what I mean? Because we're moving on this train and there ain't no time to waste. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been saying from the very beginning of this, there's people that ain't here that ain't been able to accomplish what they should have been able to accomplish. Because everything else in this world was nothing but a roadblock to them. Everything that happened to them, everything that they experienced was a tripwire.
Yeah.
To where by the time they looked up, they were so far away from their real dream and it was over by then. You know what I mean? So we here for everybody that's moving forward, that wake up every day appreciating the fact that they woke up today because they realized that a lot of people didn't. You know what I mean? So we handling everything now, we moving now, and we are the resistance, man. That's just what it is. And what are we resisting? That off frequency. You know what I'm saying? That off switch. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Keep them meters jumping. You know what I mean? Don't let them flatline you under the zombie hood. You know what I mean? Keep those frequencies pumping. Keep creating. Keep waking up every day, taking on every challenge that come towards you.
Hey,
once you start tapping out is when you start falling backwards.
All I can say is this: in any challenge, the only person that beats you is yourself. You know what I mean? You want to lay down that next punch.
You gotta get out of your own way sometimes.
Hey man, you better be dead game, as my pit bull niggas would say. You better die in whole. If you don't die in whole, you're a cur.
Because you
don't
know what?
Never go to tail curled up.
The first person that's ever gonna doubt you is yourself.
Auggie.
Soon as you think of something, before you even tell anybody, something in your mind and try to tell you you can't do it.
But you know, apprehension I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I gotta say this. I ain't want to blow up the spot, but I gotta say this. This cat told me he envies fear. So I said, "What you talking about?" He's like, "I envy fear because it's eternal." And I said, "Man, come on, man. That convoluted, wanting to sound Auggie type, non-Auggie stuff. See, the Auggies,
Yeah, that's some ego. See, but that's a vampiric energy. Anybody that likes people to like you said, fear and all that stuff from other people, or treating other people a different way just to make them feel any better at all. That's vampiric. You know what I mean? That's what we call real vampires. You know what I mean?
But
people that live off other people's energy. They don't have their own energy. That's what a vampire really is.
When you see these people, and you notice, it's like when you go swim in the creek, and I know we got a lot of city cats, and I know we got a lot of folks that have never swam in creeks or dealt with freshwater things. But if a leech get on you, they sucking your blood. Everybody know what leeches is. But you can go through, your basic pond and splash in it, and you have a leech on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But let's talk about a more general sense. Is to me the pessimist is the leech of the optimist.
Right.
See, I tell a cat like this: why you dwelling on the negative? I got 10 solutions to your problem. But guess what? I can't keep giving you solutions if you're gonna keep giving me problems. You ain't gonna take one solution.
Exactly.
Quit your bitching and moaning. Quit your blood clot crying.
Right.
Stop your blood clot crying.
Right.
If we gonna cry, hey, what Mom said, I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Right.
You ain't crying about nothing. Cause they ain't even kicked in your door yet.
You know what? The people that we actually deal with, they don't vibrate on them type of frequencies anyway, man. So we got to stay elevated, because if anybody that's tapped into iGod TV and they watch, they know who we rock with. When we bring Tamu L in the building, when it's getting supreme. You get what I'm saying? And this one of the people that, if they listen to whenever they listen to Tamu come on the platform, they can already see exactly why I move, how I move, and the type of shit I come with, because these are the type of people that I conversate with. These masters. Right. If you don't know your game, then you're gonna get it's chess. It's mental chess. They're gonna break you down, and then you're gonna continue to have to look up to them. You know what I mean?
And you'll fall into an elementary gambit.
Exactly. So we keep it on a different vibration. We keep it on a whole other vibration, because the people we actually deal with, man, they in that supreme world, man, and that's all they deal with. You know what I mean? Me and the Auggie, you know what I mean? We like the father. We like Clarence 13X. We like to be in the midst of the hood and still dealing with the Auggies and trying to transform some minds. We still walk through the graveyard. You know what I mean? We still walking through the graveyard, snatching sarcophaguses open, Everybody ain't on that. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't on that. You got your people that just sit back in that purified state that go full monk with it. Those are the people we talk to. I talk to the monks, to the vows of silence. You know what I mean? The brothers who they don't even come around. You know what I mean? But that's why me and the Auggie do this show, and that's why we come in and we try to drop these jewels, because we stay in the battlefield, we stay in the trenches. Like I said, we stay in the graveyard, resurrecting the mental dead constantly, and we've been doing that.
Facts. That's our job. Our duty is to civilize. If not, then what's the penalty?
Exactly. Just like we said, the 19th degree. You know what I mean? If we ain't living the 19th degree, then it ain't even work. Then you know what we even doing?
Hey, once again, Auggie.
First.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, my words are gonna be coming down. All we gonna talk is one day we gonna have a whole Auggie and Giveaway conversation, and those that's with us, I'm gonna show you the power.
Right.
The whole conversation. We're gonna start off with King's English, and then we're gonna take it a third of that conversation to all Auggies and Giveaways.
Wait. From King's English?
I mean, and that is it, the King's English.
Right.
We're gonna take it from the dictionary to the service to Auggie land, and I bet you that we can explain anything from math to history to science and it's all gonna be Aggies and Gigoids. And if those that are with us know what we talking about, hey, they're gonna be like, how you got a whole episode that said Aggies and Gigoids? You ain't say nothing about Aggies and Gigoids. But those in the know already know. What he said?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Auggie.
So, yo, I want to thank everybody in the family for tapping in with us once again. Great discussion as always, you know what I mean, with the Auggie. Y'all just keep building, man. And, you know, we're going to keep coming with the lectures. I got a couple new lectures coming in. The Auggie got a few lectures he about to drop, you know, but we really just been wanting to tap in with y'all, man, and just have a couple discussions, man, so we can all be on the same page and all touch base so we can all move forward from here. You know what I mean? So once again, it's Born Bill Universal, transmitter supreme science on earth and the universe, and it's iGod TV. Peace.